They call him the drive-by baby. She looked under. She goes, She said, that ain't happening. Cancel that epidural. We're having this baby right now. And I freaked the hell out. ¿Qué pasa, Beast fam? Welcome to another episode here at Buffalo Ambition. My name is Sloan, Mother of Beasts. And on my channel, I cover all things full-time RV life and motherhood as mom of a 3 little beast myself. And I think this is probably going to be where I'm always going to record because I feel like it's quiet up here. I don't have to worry about anybody else. So my second pregnancy is my most popular pregnancy only because I didn't announce that we were having a second child until 2 days after he was born. Basically, the morning of, the night before we had spicy tacos, and that next morning I woke up and I wasn't really feeling any different other than how you usually feel after you have tacos, right? Well, how I usually feel. So the whole time I'm thinking maybe I just have to use the bathroom. I went along with my business, I paid my rent, I went to Target, I had the car cleaned. I did all these things just like normal. And the pains were unusual, but I have like issues using the restroom anyway, so I really didn't think much of it. I picked up my husband, we went to lunch, and it was kind of a situation where he was like, I think these are contractions, and he started timing them. And at this point, I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. Like, I got turned down so many times with my first that I just didn't believe that it would be like a one-shot kind of situation. And so I was like, oh, no, it can't be. So he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure these are contractions. Let's call your mom so she could stay with the baby. And so I was like, yeah, I don't know. And it started stormy. So I unpacked my hospital bag, just kind of procrastinating it, and repacked it. Mind you, I'd had my list done for months. I knew what I wanted to do different from my first pregnancy. So I unpacked my hospital bag, I repacked my hospital bag, I called my mom, I called my sister, they were all out. And so we made arrangements for my sister to meet us at the hospital. We drove to the hospital, which was about 45 minutes away from where we lived at the time. And when we got there, I was like in a lot of pain. And so they checked me and they're like, oh my God, you're like ready to go. And I was like, okay, well, I need an epidural like right the hell now. That didn't end up happening. They were like, okay, well, no, like we already see the baby's hair. This is happening right now. And so they got me changed, and thankfully my sister got there just in time. And right as I was like, epidural, you know, and I was reciting all of like my Bible verses, and I was like really well prepared for this labor. And so I was telling my husband, like, I need an epidural. I can't do this. Mind you, my entire second pregnancy, I was researching nonstop what this labor would be like because I'd heard that second labors tend to be a lot more rapid, and my biggest fear was having a natural birth. Like, that's just not me. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go through with it. Everybody was away on lunch, so this doctor came in and she's just walking around. She was obviously a very tenured doctor. She was walking around, she looked under, she goes, she said, that ain't happening. Cancel that epidural. We're having this baby right now. I freaked. Like, I wasn't even in that much pain, and I freaked the hell out. I was like, oh my God, no, I need meds. And she's like, no, you don't. You're making jokes about pizza because, yeah, she's like, are you allergic to anything? And I was like, just pepperoni pizza. And she's like, yeah, you're fine. You're making jokes with me. Like, you got this. You could do this. And I literally at one point had my husband like by the neck, and I was like, I can't effing do this. Like, I cannot have this baby without medication. I don't even remember what it felt. Oh, I do. It was like, I think by the time he came out, all I felt was like a pop. And that was it. And I remember like I would try and like hold him in because I was so afraid. It kept going, and she's like, just push. And literally like he just flowed right out. And it was just like pop. And that was it. I think the worst part is when I had to get stitches. So for me, that was the worst because I was under so much adrenaline that I really couldn't feel anything. And I think that because like my body was shaking so much, she injured me even more. So that kind of sucked. within 20 minutes from the time that my husband wanted VIP parking. I didn't want VIP parking, so let me backtrack. So along the whole way, I'm procrastinating even getting into the hospital. My husband's like, oh, let's take advantage of the VIP. We get free VIP parking at this hospital. And I was like, I don't want VIP parking. I want to walk my butt inside. So I made him park as far as I could get him to park. So I walked inside, and from the time that we got there to the time that I had my son, it was like 20 minutes. And they felt so bad, and my body went into this crazy shock. Like I could not stop shaking. And everyone said, oh, that's normal. That just, it's just your body. It's the emotions, blah, blah, blah. And I just remember like my body was shaking so much, and I was so nervous. Like I didn't know what was going on. I'll insert pictures so you guys can see. It didn't even feel like I had just had birth. Like you wouldn't tell. And it was like the easiest pregnancy ever, and I honestly contribute that to raspberry leaf tea, pineapple, lots of walking, lots of squats. My second labor was pretty much exactly what it's been like with my second son. Like he is a spitfire. He is wild, and I say it all the time. You guys know that out of all of my little beasts, he is my craziest one. So if you guys have any questions about what your second labor is going to be like, please insert them down below. I was that crazy person who was like on what to expect forums and all up on Insta, like asking every mom I could get to just give me insight on what that would be like. And it was kind of hard because I couldn't confide in anybody that I knew. It was literally a secret all the way through. Would I do anything different? I probably wouldn't. I was going through a lot in my marriage. We moved, and then we moved again, and I never wanted any more kids. So there was so many things that contributed to that, to where for me it just made sense for me to keep it a secret. So if you guys have any questions about that, I can definitely help you out. I will also link my third baby labor, which goes through, literally shows you my hospital bag, shows you my routine, like postpartum. Everything was just great. It was amazing. And I'll definitely link that in the cards because it was very similar. I only tweaked a few things. And I will link my snapback game video as well, which I think will help so many of you mamas out there who are just trying to not lose their body or snapback as easy as possible. I know everybody's body's a little different and everybody's pregnancy is different, but if I can help you in just one area, I hope that I do just that. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click that notification button and I will catch you, bestias, en la próxima. Thank you so much, mi bestia, y nos vemos en el próximo video. Bye.